Welcome back to Prince George's Film Festival. We're back for year 3, Take 3. We're kicking things off tonight at the Prince George's Community College at the Center for Performing Arts, where we'll be hanging out at the opening reception, see the screening of Albany Road, and then stay along for the talk back conversation. We'll even get a chance to hear from the community attendees on what they love about the annual festival and what they hope to gain. So let's go. All right, who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Hi, this is Esther Saki, creator of On the Fence, the series.
And fun fact, I make a little cameo in the series, so I know a little bit about the project, but tell us what you want the audience to know.
Yeah, so On the Fence is a scripted series about a group of friends in college exploring their relationship with God. I really just want to tell the story that college is where your relationship with God is mostly tested, and everyone has a different journey. Some people are don't have a relationship with God, some people are rocky, and so there's multiple ways your relationship with God can go, and I think college is a part where there's just so much influence and where your relationship is mostly tested. So that's the journey that I wanted to capture, and also bringing in the African dynamic. I'm not really seeing that on screen, and so that's something that I'm working on. I can't wait for you guys to see it.
I want to get the inside scoop on a movie that you have coming out October 3rd, Dying to Be Famous.
Oh, yes.
So what can you tell us about the film? I'm excited. I saw the trailer today.
Yes, so Dying to Be Famous is a movie that I executive produced with Tammy Roman. Has a lot of great talent. It's a thriller that was written by one of my writers from my mentee group. And so that's exciting for me because I'm not sure if you know, but I run a writers mentorship group. And for the last 10 years, I've been cultivating mentoring writers both as novelists and writers in the film and TV industry. So to see all of these writers now having projects that are coming out makes me really feel good.
All right, you guys, so I'm here with the producer of Albany Road. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm great, Brooklyn. How are you?
I'm amazing. So tell me why it was important for you to bring this film to life.
It was important because I feel that there's a void of movies that I think our audience deserve to see. And so Albany Road is a story of love and redemption and forgiveness, and we see imagery that we typically don't see coming out of the studio system. So my wife, Christine Swanson, who wrote and directed Albany Road, and I decided to gift this to our audience.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, how are you?
I'm good. All right, you ready? Okay. So wait, first of all, how are you doing? Where are you traveling from?
I flew in from LA actually.
Okay. So
Last
then you
night.
came straight. Okay, I was good. Making sure you're well rested.
Are you from here?
I am. I'm from PG County, Maryland. So we're really excited to see you tonight in the film. So tell me a little bit about Phil. What can you share with us? What can we expect?
With the film.
Yeah.
Well, it's certainly some surprises in this film, which is one reason why I was excited to make it and be a part of it. There's some surprises in the script, and it really tugs at your heart because there are places that they go that reflect all of our families and all of our relationships. So I think we're going to have a good time watching this film and get touched. This is a touching film.
Okay, amazing. So I want to kind of take a look back, reflect on your journey, your career, starting with The Different World, CSI, and just you were just recently on the spin-off series of Sex and the City, and so tell us about what's one of the biggest lessons you would say you've learned in the longevity of your career navigating the industry.
Consistency. I was just talking about that. Being on time, showing up for yourself before you show up for anyone else. Definitely, there's people that I've met in the armed service industries that, we are taught by the government, if we're in the Army, how to make our bed for them. We are taught, by school how to show up on time for that institution. When do we get to the point where we do that for ourselves? How are you going to show up for yourself? Get up every day, look yourself in the mirror, make your bed, show up for yourself first. Definitely show up with confidence, and speak out, look people in the eye, and present yourself. These things that I was taught coming up through the industry, they helped me. People like Debbie Allen were hugely influential.
And I can understand how some of that might be like a lost art with like social media and just kind of how.
That's what I mean. I think there's certain generations are really taught that. But after a while, we start to lose sight of certain ethics, value systems, and principles. And it's important that we have those because that is very African. And for us to have those, we are paying the best testament to being Africans. Because we created that. We created those principles.
Absolutely. So you're here in the DMV. So we're known for music like go-go. Are you familiar with that?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then
I
what?
got a family my grandmother's actually from Prince George County.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you spent a good portion of time.
I got roots here, y'all.
We're happy to welcome you back this weekend. So do you plan on going to a carry-out?
Whoa, you're trying to get me out. Trying to get me in trouble. You see what she's doing?
I'm like, what's,
And where are you going?
or like, what's your go-to carry-out order? That has to change.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
You will hit me with
Yes,
the places.
yes.
Got it.
And I'll tell you, the go-to order is going to be 2-piece wings with fries, mumbo sauce.
Okay, got it.
You can't forget it. Ketchup, salt, and pepper. And then you'll be good to
Noted.
go.
Thank you.
My last question to you is, going back to a different world. If you were to think about where your character Shaza was at today, where would he be?
I'm sure he'd probably be a teacher or running some grassroots organization of some sort with probably 10 kids running around.
Right. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. It was such a pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you. All right, you guys, I'm here with Poet, and I already saw that you're super excited. You're bringing all the energy already, so you're setting the tone. So what are you most excited about? I heard you say community earlier, but what about community brings you so much joy?
So I grew up in foster care, so I know what happens when the community comes together. I am literally the baby that the village raised. So when I say community, I talk about the fact that those behind the Prince George's Film Festival thought about a way to take a little bit of the village from every piece, media, local, community, schools, no matter what generation, no matter what title you gave yourself, there's a place for you here. And then it's the fact that even the screenings will cover a lot of different experiences for all of us. So nobody who walks through the door is gonna feel like they didn't see themselves on the screen. I think a lot of people attempt to do things that are all inclusive, and PGFF has shown you that you can do it well, and nobody walk away like empty stomachs.
Yeah.
And behind the scenes, I mean, did you all have a moment where you just had to kind of sit with each other, maybe pray perhaps, or talk and share before coming back to the script?
We had a lot of that. I mean, we got to shoot in that wonderful house that you see. And so in those moments, it was nice to spend time with each other. Really for me, I just enjoyed watching people work. People I admire, people I know. I've known Renee for a while. I saw her in Hamilton. She actually gave me the ticket to go see it in Hamilton. So I ran into her and another cast member. We were waiting for Aretha Franklin to come down. Would be the last time I would have seen her before she passed on her birthday. And I ran into Renee and I said, I'm coming to see you in Hamilton. She was like, I'll give you a ticket. And I said, great. And she did. She got me a ticket that I had to pay $500 just to stand in the back. I was like, it was that famous of a show at that time. But I was very happy. So I've enjoyed Renee's performance. Lynn, I did a film with some years ago, so I remembered Lynn, but I'd never really seen her work outside of I've never been in the room when she was working. So I just enjoyed sitting back and watching people work.
We just try to create an atmosphere where they feel comfortable to to contribute and do their best work. We see people, we validate people, we love on people, and I think that creates a different kind of atmosphere that we don't normally see.
Tell us about when it comes to the Prince George's Film Festival, spanning 4 days over the course of this long weekend. Tell us why it's important for people to attend, why it's important for the community to show up and to continue to support into an endeavor like this.
Sure. First, shout out to the Prince George's Arts and Humanities Council, Rhonda Dallas, that's my girl. You know what? We have so much talent here in Prince George's County and in the DMV. We have folks who are actors, folks who are into music, into dance, into other forms of art. And it's an opportunity for us to showcase the talent, but also to help them get to that next level. Because we have a lot of filmmakers here, and I don't say aspiring because they're making it. They're making it happen. And I think nowadays we have so many ways to get out art, so many different platforms. And so we just need to uplift those who are here locally making it happen. And so I'm happy to be a part of it as a result. Yep.
Good afternoon, everybody. It is time to give away some awards. This is to them because they gave me this film to make 2 years ago, and I'm thankful for them for allowing me and giving me the confidence and the persistence to get this film done over the past 2 years. Something that's been a true passion project, sleepless nights, a lot of sleepless nights with 3 kids running around. We got it done, and I'm so grateful for that. Thank you.
But tell us, what type of story are you bringing to your family today?
Just understanding where they come from, because I think understanding the past allows you to be present in the future and also figure out what the future holds. That was something that came out of this documentary for me, was that of the past, understanding my ancestors' names, their lives, a little bit of how they lived, allowed me to just have a little bit more connection to not only Prince George's County, but just this world and how I'm able to serve and to show up in the best way possible as an artist. And I think that, this is my first documentary, so this was something that came through this process of just building this confidence to just see it through. Because there's many times I did give up, but something and people around, ancestors, etc., were just pushing me to keep going. And that's what I'm forever grateful for them for just having my back and pushing me along the way, because I gave up. I'm not going to lie, I gave up because it was a hard process considering everything going around, but I'm glad we saw it through.
And tell me about, after, you've seen all the work to go into the festival, what it's like to see it come to life.
Well, I've been on the board, I guess now, it's been almost 10 years, and to see where we were to where we are now as a arts council, I mean, it's just tremendous. And I have to give a shout out to our CEO and chief curator, Rhonda Dallas. I mean, she is absolutely phenomenal. And of course, Donna, who runs our film office. I mean, we have a dynamic team of people that we're working with. So to actually see it now where it is, and the work that goes into it, and of course, the result. I mean, it's something that inspires me, not just as a board member, but as an artist and gallery person.
So we're here for the community. This event, this festival brings community together. You just spoke about basically what it's like to have a strong team. So what is some advice, because when you're bringing films to life, when you're acting, when you're working on your craft, like you have to, find people who buy into your vision, who want to support you. So being on a team like that amongst the board, Rhonda, Donna, tell me what are some like key assets or skill set you would look at when you're building a team that other people can kind of look out for?
I have a friend who approached me recently that I've been knowing him over 50 years. We went to high school together, and he wrote a script recently and presented it to a friend of mine named Frank Jackson. I forget Frank Jackson's company name, but he's a filmmaker. And he read the script and he loved it. And one of the things I told him yesterday when we were talking is that you need to develop a team. And I told him, I'm on your team. Now, of course, I'll be giving them some money, so I'll be like a co-executive director or whatever, but you need a team. I mean, I think the team building is key. You can't do this alone. As a matter of fact, if you don't have a team, if you're in business, you need to have relationships and you need to have a team. If you don't, you're not in business. So that's the advice I give people. Build a team, build a strong team, and continue to build relationships, because this is a relationship business. Yeah.
For sharing your wisdom, insight, and experience with us. It was truly impactful. You mentioned something earlier in the conversation where you said it's important for you when creating content to weave in social justice in the storytelling. And so I find that, especially today, that we see artists are a little bit more hesitant to bring and weave those into the work that they do, when historically art does reflect the times.
Exactly.
So can you tell me why it's important for you to amplify those stories in the work that you do?
It's second nature to me to want to put in the social justice elements, whether it is Jacqueline and Jilly, which includes addiction in a well-heeled Black family, or immigration, which I did with Blackjack Christmas. On Young and the Restless, I did it with foster care and adoption, classical arts for underserved communities. I did foster care, adoption, child welfare with Viacom and Diagnosis Murder on camera content. And in my most recent, one of my recent Christmas movies, Blackjack Christmas, it's about how families are torn apart during an immigration aspect, where sisters are torn apart and how different they are, one in America, one in Jamaica. And in my movie for 2025, Christmas in the Friendly Skies, it's about falling in love with someone sitting right next to you, and at the same time, just the chaos of just trying to get back to family, to reach shore. So I always look for ways, even if it's comedy, drama, if it's possible, there's no reason not to put it in, right? To get a message forward and bring an awareness.
Prince George's Festival Day 4 is a wrap. From the celebration brunch to closeout conversation with Victoria Rowell, today was everything and more anybody could ever imagine. We're so excited to see what's in store for next year, so we hope to see you there.